Good morning. Welcome to today's Global Harmonization. Excited to have you here. It's going to be a good one. I've always been fascinated with prophecies and knowing the future and what psychics could say and some of the great predictors of the future. Read lots on Nostradamus when I was a kid, and would read a lot of mythology and, of course, the Bible and the prophets associated with the different gospels, and all the esoteric wisdom that has so many prophets come to be. And on this global harmonization and with my talks of evolved life, I talk quite a bit about mastering the creating of reality, the bending of reality, and the power of the word and the cosmic mind, and all these things that create this manifestation process, including the laws of the universe. And something that is so simple becomes super complex when looking at all of the variables, or it may appear to be complex. However, it is indeed a very simple concept. What I think about, I bring about. And I talk about this quite a bit, and some people, definitely most of the people on here, if I get it or say, whoa, that's interesting. Is that actually true? And then some people may be like, I've never heard of this concept before. That's crazy. I've got to work really hard if I want to do anything. And that's total woo-woo BS. And then there's any range in between there. And I've been every one of those people. That's why I know that they exist. Yesterday I was reading this book, Who Are We? It's part of the Anastasia series that I've talked about quite a bit. And there was a section that talked a little bit about prophecies and why they become true. So I was going to read one section here. Let's see if there's a second section that I want to bring into this. No, I think that's a total different topic. We definitely should do that one too. So here she, let's see, where do we start this? She's talking about Nostradamus. So actually it's Vladimir, the author, talking to a philosopher called Nikolai Fedorovich, and Vladimir Majori, who is the author of this book. And it goes on to say, those are the prophecies of Nostradamus about all sorts of cataclysms and the end of the world. Do you remember, Vladimir? Anastasia's words on this. You should remember, she says. So just think of all the cataclysms that Nostradamus talked about, predicting everything that could even be related to the World Trade Center. So the dates you gave Nostradamus for fearful cataclysms on the earth. This is Anastasia, what Anastasia has to say about, to Nostradamus. The dates you gave Nostradamus for fearful cataclysms on the earth were not predictions. You created them out of your own thought and persuaded people to accept their implementation. Now they are still hovering over the earth, still frightening people with their sense of despair. This could only have been said by a consummate philosopher and thinker, one who understands that a prophecy is nothing more than an attempt to set a direction for future developments. The more people believe in the universal doom, the greater will be the number of thoughts attempting to outline the image, and it will come to pass. So what she's saying here is that the collective thinking, the collective belief in what Nostradamus has written is what makes that prophecy come true. She goes on to say, it can come to pass simply because human thought is material and creates what is material. And whole sects immolate themselves in different parts of the world. That is, the ones who believe in doom immolate themselves, which is descend, it's dissension. While the ones who have faith in the future live. And she is fearless in the face of despair. She completely destroys any notion of the end of the world. But when she declares, but now no longer will they come true, let your thought join in fray with mine. And again she says, all anger on earth, leave your deeds and make haste to me. Join fray with me, try your utmost. And again, with my ray, I shall take but a moment to burn up the murk of old age dogma. So she's saying, clean up the past. I'm letting go of it all. Like Anastasia's saying, I'll take responsibility for all the past, like all that difficulty. Let me transmute that for a better future for mankind. Anastasia alone has gone out to fight the countless hordes against the millions who outline an image of mankind's total doom. And she doesn't want to involve us in this fight. She only wants us to be happy. And so she says in her prayer addressed to God, in your bright dream, the coming ages, all will live and share. It shall be so. I wish it so. I am a daughter of yours. My Father, you are present everywhere. And it's so simple. It's really so simple. It's encoded in music. You got to have faith. You got to have faith. You got to have trust in everything. And if you're repeating, and this is, if I'm doing it, if you're doing it, if we are as a collective humanity repeating the things that lead us down the path of doom, we shall manifest it, whether it's in our thoughts, in our words. And that's how we trace it back, like the action I'm taking. If I see what I'm doing physically, oh my gosh, what I'm doing here is actually harmful. That's the first like outer manifestation to look at. It's a real obvious one when I'm destroying things around me, like, oh my gosh, I just had a temper tantrum. And that's part of that awakening process, right? And then realizing, oh wait, I'm not even this body. I'm something beyond this body. Oh my gosh, I was speaking ill. I was speaking angrily. And then once I hear my words, now I've seen my actions, I felt and experienced my actions, and then I've heard my words come out of my mouth, then I start to be able to look inward and say, where did those thoughts come from? And the mind is full of these thoughts. The programming that's out there has in the past been fear-based. And it's shifting. It's just a matter of choosing which media to consume at this point. There is plenty of media out there that isn't the doom and gloom, that is actually the type of future we would like to live. And you get to choose what that is. Like, you choose. I'm not going to tell you how that looks for you, what your ideal heaven on earth is, because one of you may be climbing Everest, and another one may be living on a plantation, and another one may be in a condo somewhere. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. However, knowing that in that faith of all things possible and keeping the eye on the prize, right? Keep the eye on the prize and become one with what that is. Start embodying it that I desire, watching the thoughts every single moment of the day, and being willing to forget any of those stories that come to mind of gloom and doom, and not have a mind of history repeats itself. That may have been a possibility sometime in the past. I get it. Those things might have happened at some point in the past, right? So now what comes to bear is the fruit of my mind. So consuming and speaking, right? So I'm going to speak out it that I like to create, and I'm going to look at more of the things that I like to create. Like right now I'm got these beautiful birds flying in this tree right here, birds' nests being built, baby birds being born, banana trees growing right over here. I got the ocean. I surround myself with as much opulence and beauty that I can have outer as a reflection of what's happening inner. And there are always clues, either way I look, of where I can clean up. Because I'm guilty of it too. I start reading about, the potential pandemics and Agenda 21 and all of those types of things that are on that doomsday scenario. Yet I don't get charged by it. I just see it as whatever it is. And I kind of just look at it from over there as a possibility. And then I leave it. And I spend my time thinking about what I would like to come to pass. I use my heart's energy for that. I use my words for that. And what ultimately ends up happening is it's a lot less than I ever would have thought it was. Because I was too busy dodging bullets before, when I was consuming and thinking about the potential problems that come out. There's a saying that there is, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And I kind of dislike it. Because presence, there is no plan. There is no failure. There just is, and it is what I hold in my heart, and it comes to fruition consistently over and over again. And Anastasia talks about it here collectively in what I just read. It literally is what the collective holds in their mind that comes to pass. Right? And I can say, yes, we are all one. So it starts with me. And I'm telling you right now, this is what I do. And I'm looking, if you have an upgrade on this, please, by all means, give it to me. I hold my attention on the type of reality I would enjoy coming to pass. And what ends up happening is I speak about those things and I take the actions related to making those things come to pass. That's how it's perceived in the physical, right? When I was spending my time in gossip, in drama, in the hustle and bustle, in the system, the world is happening to me, when I'm spending my energy in that, they're out to get me, then guess what happened? I experienced that stuff. When I spent my time thinking about who I was when I was 6 years old, when I didn't know what I know now, and limited myself based on that, I was getting that reality. When I said I'm too old for that, because I'm older now, guess what? I create that as true right then and there. So I don't say that stuff anymore. I don't speak about that stuff. I don't even think that stuff. I don't even believe that stuff. It's just a matter of, is this really something I desire to create in my reality going forward? And I'm inviting on the collective to spend all of their time thinking about what they would like, how they'd like to experience life in a way that is emboldening, empowering, that brings peace to earth. And just be an embodiment of that. You don't have to go to a protest. You don't have to solve any problems. You don't have to go build a business. You don't have to fly around the world. You don't have to do anything. You may do something. You may be inspired to do something. And when you are, it will be exactly what it is that is right. It's the thing behind all the busyness, the thing behind all this distraction, the thing that maybe is fearful in a way. So I'm inviting all my fellows, all my fellow beings on this planet, to hold the frequency of that courage, of that empowerment, of that inspiritedness, to invoke the voice of the Spirit, to be your true self, whatever it is. And most of you on here, I know, are already doing this, and God bless you. God bless you. Otherwise, you probably would tune off. Share this, bring this forward. Just keep coming at me with the truth. The world is waking up. The world is waking up from a slumber. It's the most exciting time to live on this planet. And you're part of it. You're a big, big part of it. So thank you. Thank you for being part of this. So let's drop into a little vibration, harmonization, regulation, whatever you'd like to call it, whatever feels good. If you've never sat through this, just hang out. It's 10 minutes long-ish, maybe 12. Hang out, try this, and just open yourself up, just rolling the shoulders back. And thank you for everybody for being here, the ones that are so consistently here. God bless you all. It's so nice to see Natalia, Lisa, August, Dan, Olga, all consistently on here. There's been several more, Randy. Yeah, let me get into this. Can't even list you all. So just taking a breath in, just moving the arms around, swirling, just opening up the shoulders and the neck. Lowering the arms down, just breathing in through the nose, rolling the neck. And exhaling. Stop at any point and breathe into it if there's anything with tension. We've added this little more time to the stretching in these, and I've noticed a huge difference just getting in my posture. So really take a moment. This is a time to just set your body in a place of that neutral, strong position where you're sturdy, ready to go, spine straight. And if you can't do this sitting up, lie down. You'll be able to do it eventually. Just beginning to breathe into the belly, filling up air, and then into the chest. And at the top, hold for a moment. Just scan the body from head to toe and release anything that's tight. Just giving it a little bit of extra attention. If there's anything that's loose that needs to be tightened up, posture straightened, this is the time. This physical body is a gift. Let the sound of the bowl, this Om, transcend every single cell and energetically clear anything that is stuck. Just becoming aware of the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And the next exhale, exhaling everything out, making the inhale larger than before. Just noticing the breath as spirit moving through. Within, without. Becoming. Being, living. releasing, surrendering, detaching, dying. Again, living and exhaling into the dying. Being. Nodding. And then zooming the lens back and watching the breath breathe the body. Becoming the awareness of the awareness. Noticing the stillness. The peace. The emptiness. The completeness. The fullness. Returning the attention back to the breath. Noticing the infusion of light. The alchemization process. No longer am I only turning air from oxygen to carbon dioxide. I'm infusing each breath the essence of divine love, peace, with life. With each bit of emotion that's inside of me, each thought running through my head. With that vibration that I carry of the light, of the freedom. Releasing becoming. Breathe in every bit of courage from that infinite well. Freedom. The mind is free as the heart speaks, the voice of the spirit. Bringing the hands to heart center in prayer position, pressing them together, exhaling out deeply. Inhaling, pressing the hands together, holding the breath at the top, creating some tension here, some expansion. Each cell being activated by the light within, the vibration within, youthing, optimizing, blessing the body as the light, the truth, the way. Invoking the spirit, setting the mind free. Breathing in deeply, raising the chest, feeling the heart come forward, chin come back. Embodying, noticing the subtle vibration, feeling the warmth, the sound, the taste and the smell, every bit of this vibration. Restored to the optimum state of being. And lowering the hands. Like a morning reset. Today I choose powerfully, courageously, lovingly. Gently opening the eyes. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. God bless you. I hope you caught the readings from Anastasia that I read in the beginning. I'm going to bring a little bit more of her into these. If you haven't, definitely go back and check it out. Have an amazing, beautiful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.